Hey guys, what's going on? White Fox 1225 here, back for another video. I haven't been able to post as much as I wanted to this week, but luckily I had time for a video, so we're going to be covering FarCry 4. So as we approach June and E3 is coming up, probably be covering more individual games. Not to say the ESO content is not coming. It's definitely still going to be coming. You know, ESO Saturday is this weekend, and we got lots of stuff to talk about. Right now I'm really focusing on getting the ESO review up, but you know, right now let's just talk about FarCry 4. So this is a pre-E3 video, so obviously we will have lots more information later in June when E3 comes out. But right now I just want to talk about what we know, because Far Cry 3 was such a great game, and I kind of want to just talk about Far Cry 4 and the potential it has and what we do know. So like I said, we'll get more information at E3, but this is what we know so far. So right now, let's talk about the story. So Far Cry 4 is going to be set in Kyrat, which is a fictional Himalayan region. So the rumors that, you know, the game took place in the Himalayas are true, which actually might mean that the rumor that you get to ride elephants and stuff is true too, which would be awesome. So this is kind of a big change for Far Cry, because, you know, when you think of Far Cry, you think of Africa for Far Cry 2, or, you know, tropical islands, but definitely not, you know, the Himalayas, because Himalayas, lots of snow, as you saw in the teaser trailer at first, you know, lots of snow in that region. You know, the whole thing is in snow. If you guys look at the cover art, which I'll put on the screen right now, the cover art is very, you know, not snowy. So I think the Himalayas are going to give us a wide variety of, you know, different landscapes, which is kind of cool. Yeah, so this region, Kyrat, is going to be ruled by a self-appointed king. I'm kind of hoping it's a little crazy like Vaz. I hope they keep this kind of crazy Far Cry 3 feel. He definitely looks kind of crazy. He has like a pink suit on the cover art, you know, really white hair. Definitely not like a traditional villain, so I'm really hoping he's kind of as weird and quirky as Vaz was, because he was just probably the best villain I think I've ever, you know, tried to beat in a video game. He really was, you know, he did a really good job being evil, but it's still like really entertaining to watch and be around. So that's all we know about that, and other than that, you're going to play as Ajay, and so Ajay is actually Ajay Gale. Gale is his last name. Anyway, he's traveling to Kyrat to fulfill his mother's dying wish. You actually don't know what that is. And then he's going to find himself caught in a civil war and trying to overthrow the oppressive regime dictator. And that self-appointed king that we heard about before is going to be Pagan Min, if those are the same people. These are two separate quotes that Ubisoft came out with. This one says he's trying to overthrow an oppressive regime of a dictator, Pagan Min. So I'm assuming the self-appointed king and Pagan Min are the same person, but maybe we'll have two villains like we did in Far Cry 3. You know, we'll just have to wait. But anyway, the main character, one thing that interests me is that he does look to be Indian, which is kind of cool, because, you know, in a lot of first-person shooters, we do have white main characters, and I'm not trying to go into a huge race thing, but, you know, that's definitely because probably, you know, the majority of their targeting focus is probably white people. But I'm really happy to see that we will have what looks to be an Indian main character, you know, because really, I don't care who you're targeting, just make a good story and make the main character who the main character is. You know, and kind of the whole white main character always kind of annoyed me, even though I am white. But anyway, that's just kind of my little spiel on that. But I'm really happy to see that we're going to have an Indian main character, and that's definitely going to be, you know, new to Far Cry, and definitely interested, because, you know, Far Cry 3, we had the, you know, typical American kind of frat boy with Jason, and definitely looks like to be a completely different character. And I was kind of worried with the success that Far Cry 3 had, that we were going to try to replicate kind of the story, but it definitely doesn't look like that. Another thing they mentioned is that every decision you make counts, and every second is a story. So I'm just kind of interested to see if this game's going to have more choice, because Far Cry 3 did have a big choice at the end, but going through the game there wasn't like a lot of choice, so maybe that's one change they've made. And the other thing they said about the game is that they want to take the franchise to the next level and create a game that will surprise and exceed fan expectations. Not much to say about that, it's just something they said. So other than that, some information on pre-order came out. If you pre-order Far Cry 4, you'll receive a free upgrade to the limited edition, which includes Herc's Redemption, which is a series of 3 action-packed single-player missions, and that has the popular character Herc from the Far Cry 3 DLC, Monkey Business. I actually never played that DLC, it came with a pre-order, but he was basically a character that, you know, strap bombs to monkeys to kill his enemies, which is kind of cool. But with that pre-order, you'll also get Herc's signature harpoon gun to use in-game, which is actually pretty cool. I always like the weird weapons. I use like a flare gun in Far Cry 3, which is really fun to use. So other than that, the one piece of information we do have is that GameSpot recently listed a $30 season pass. So that does mean that the game will be getting DLC, and the $30 price point kind of points towards maybe 3 or 2 DLCs. I'm really hoping for another Blood Dragon themed DLC. I think that would be really great. I loved Blood Dragon so much. But we'll just have to see, and obviously more information when E3 comes out. Hopefully by then I'll be uploading every day. My my workload outside of the channel is definitely lessening as the summer gets closer, and I'm hoping to get to the point where I could release a video every day. So we'll be talking about Far Cry 4, the new Borderlands game, just so much stuff. All the new games at E3. The new Call of Duty, whatever DICE is gonna release. We're gonna talk about Elder Scrolls stuff. I'm really pumped for my channel this summer, and I hope you guys are too. But definitely lots more videos coming, so stay tuned. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.